luck, and remember, you can log on to our website for the winner's details. Our final guest today is a model, mother, recording artist, businesswoman, not to mention novelist, and arguably the most talked about woman in the country. Her latest book, Sapphire, is all about a strong, independent and feisty young woman trying to survive in a cutthroat industry. We're sure she didn't have to look too far for inspiration. Please welcome Katie Price.
I won't kiss you all because, you know, cut into the interview.
You're not as attractive as me, you know.
New book?
Ooh, yes. Out Thursday.
When did you start working on it?
Over a year ago, but obviously everyone knows I didn't sit there and write it. I'm not going to sit and say, yeah, I wrote it all, because I didn't. So,
how does the process work then with you?
I give the idea of what I want, but I think I've jinxed myself because I'm quite similar to that character at the moment. You know, well, I didn't catch Pete in bed with a woman, but she caught her husband in bed with a woman, divorced him, she doesn't trust women, she's so independent with her career.
Does sound all a bit familiar, doesn't it? Sounds a bit familiar.
She's got a hen party, she's got her own lingerie out, a boutique.
It's a bit raunchy as well, isn't it?
Yes, it is a bit like
down, actually. But then in the bath, you know, it's one of the ones.
The problem is with you at the moment, most people are not that interested in your book. They're more interested in what's going on with you, because...
I know, it's all dramas, isn't it?
Well, it is
Tell
drama.
me about it.
Totally.
Everything's a drama. Maybe I should make it a drama.
How are you, actually?
I'm really good. Do you know, I'm so happy, whether people believe it or not. I'm in such a happy place. I am just so happy.
But the more you say that, I think the more people don't believe you, because you're like, you know, it's almost like you're trying to convince yourself that you're really happy. I don't need to. I've
got such a big weight's lifted off. I've started training. I've got more time with my kids.
We've all had failed marriages. It's no fun. Divorce is not a nice thing to have to go through. And to sort of pick yourself. I think you had an interview recently, didn't you, with Piers Morgan?
Yeah.
And you said 5 weeks on, over it, gone. I find that hard to believe.
A lot of people do, only because I was always expecting it to end. You know, for about 2 years, me and Pete, you know, we tried, like any marriage, you do try, and it was always like, if you push your luck, you know, we will finish with you. So I suppose it got to a stage where I was always expecting it. I did all my crying while I was married. And I was always expecting it, yeah.
You weren't so we were talking about optimism. You weren't feeling optimistic about the marriage going on forever?
I'll try. I never wanted a failed marriage, no. Failed marriage.
And was the miscarriage almost like the last straw? Because that's a terrible thing to happen to a
woman. I know, but that
really
just happened, you know, and it wasn't nice at all. So I don't really want to talk about it. But no, it wasn't nice. It's not nice for any woman to go through.
Awful for you.
How will you explain it? I mean, your kids are very young at the moment, aren't they? But how will you
sort of knows there's something going on. But like I say, my mum and dad split up when I was younger.
Do you think that affected you?
Bit.
Do you think that affected you?
No, I don't think it did. But, you know, like from Pete's side, my side, there's so much love going on, and I think kids need that support and that routine.
That doesn't have to stop, does it?
No, not at all. And, like, my son, as long as I keep their routine going and nothing changes, then that's all what matters. And I've got to be strong for the kids as well.
What about the kids, though? Because... you know, there is so much out there, and there isn't anything that they won't be able to find out at a later date. And you know, the interview you did with Piers was very honest, and you know, the stuff you came out with, he didn't even have a clue you were going to tell him about. You know, the baby you lost. What do you think that your children are going to think about that in the future? Do you not think? Do you not regret all this, you know, total invasion of privacy on your life the whole time?
Everyone's different. My life is an open book. I've got nothing to hide. But, you know, I didn't do Piers. I didn't slag Pete off. That wasn't my intention. It still isn't my intention. And, yeah, when my next autobiography comes out, that's still not my intention. At the end of the day, he's the father of my children, and I respect that. We know what went on. And there's a lot more that went on, and I won't discuss it, and I believe Pete won't, because when you have got kids... Dwight was a different story, because... well, he's just an idiot anyway, we all know that. But Pete was different. I was married to him. Well, I still am, technically. And, you know, I'll always love him because he's the father of my kids, and that's it. But you have to get on, you have to be strong. And I've always said I've been hurt in the past. And when it comes to men and media, I am so strong that I would not let it attack me. But anything else, I'm quite emotional. Not a wreck at, but
you're really
quite
hard, though. And
I am when it comes to men and media, completely, because I'm not going to let the media destroy me. And all the media know the truth. They know I've never commented, done stories or anything. They know that. So regardless of what's written, I know the truth, so I don't let that affect me. As with me and Pete, it's very sad. It was fairy tale. I was really in love with him, and it ended. So you just have to get on with it. What am I going to do? Sit there and cry because you know, I've got kids. I don't want them to see me upset. You just got to be strong.
I do admire your strength, love.
But you have to be. So.
And
also, I mean, obviously, it stemmed in Ibiza. Do you regret the Ibiza trip?
I don't regret it at all. I was always going to Ibiza. And in fact, Pete knew about it. We were going to go as a family, get a villa with the kids. But then I went single. And this is the trouble. Sometimes I try and do things normal like my friends. So I went to Ibiza with no security, no drive and nothing, just completely normal, and I got completely stitched up in the press. But you can't.
You must know by now, Katie, that you cannot go out like a normal person.
No, not anywhere.
But you can't. I mean, for you to go under the radar, you would have to not look like you, dress like you,
but
attract
I can't let
attention.
the media control my life completely. And I tried Ibiza. And I had such a laugh, but obviously the media had a field time about it, but there you go.
Sometimes after a terrible trauma, like the breakdown of the marriage, you do have to just let your hair down and have a bit of fun and just reconnect in a way with your friends, with yourself. So I think, you know, we could all understand you doing that.
But I was working and I was filming, and, you know, I am doing my other reality show, and you'll all see it anyway, because it's been filmed, and you'll all see us on the bed every day going through the papers saying, what on earth are they writing? Where have they got this from? But, you know, I can only stress to people, you can't believe everything you read. You really can't.
What about if a new man comes into your life? You've just said when it comes to... But you've said that I think you said in the interview, you said you liked family life and you like married life and you would like to do that again. But on the other hand, you've just said that you keep kind of men at a distance. So how would you have another go?
Well, the next guy I meet, not that I'm rushing, you know, so I'm quite happy doing my thing now. You know, I've got more time with the horses, the kids and the career. You just got to be yourself. You can't change for someone. I know sometimes in a relationship you have to adjust.
Compromise.
Sometimes you have to, but you can't completely change. So the next guy I meet, I have to lay it on the table, you know, this is me, accept it or jog on.
Well, Katie, listen, thank you for joining us. We should say that Sapphire's out tomorrow, isn't it?
Yes.
That's out tomorrow. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
Katie
you.
Price, everybody. That's almost your lot, but don't forget to tune in tomorrow for some more loose laughs when we'll be stepping into the Dragon's Den with James Cart. We'll see you then, same time, same place. Bye for now.